Hello, how are you? Okay, this video is for you. If you're watching this, I've recorded this just for you. This will be Shay Schwartzman, Rudy Kasuma, let's see, Brett Sarin, Jennifer Kenna, Billy Howell, Blake Corey, Rick Brash, Kristen Stampini, and Allison Walsh. Did I leave anybody out? Let's see. I think I got all of you. So watch this video very closely, including Dana Chambers and anybody else that we got hurting, helping hurting. That's probably what it's more like. All right. So I want to walk you through the agenda for Orlando on exactly what's going to happen and when, so you're cued in. And some of, if I mention your name, you've agreed to help run a session or do a session or share or whatever. So you ready? Here we go. Okay, so this video is probably going to take, I don't know, 10 minutes. So just watch it real close here and I'll try to get it right. Okay. So when we get there, we know how conference check-in and all that starts. Okay. So here's how we're going to start the day on July 1st. Okay. July 1st, July 26th, day one. Okay, 9 a.m. we're going to play, Shai's going to play a conference promo video. And then he's going to introduce Rudy Kasuma to the stage. Rudy's going to come up and do his routine. And then he's going to intro a video. He's going to intro TW's documentary video that Shay has. Okay. And then intro TW. Okay. And of course I come up and we'll get going. Okay, there we go. So that's how we start today. During the first session, Shay, have this video ready. Will Smith, don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. Okay, so we're going to, at some time, as I get rolling, we're going to play that video. Okay, I'll cue it up. And then after that session, I'm going to announce Blake Corey. So we want to have Blake's video up and his walk-up song ready. Okay, so Blake's going to come up and him and I are going to ping pong on remarketing campaigns and look at some things and basically just talk about the evolution of what's happening here and how this funnel needs to work. So we'll have some fun with that up until the lunchtime hour. Okay. And then let's see, before lunch break. Okay. So before lunch break, when we get done, Blake and I'm going to show everybody in the room where the materials are on the coaching site for what we've just covered. And then I'm going to run through the agenda for the rest of the day and the next day, and then we're going to take a lunch break. Okay. All right. Now, when we come back from lunch, a platinum member, I don't know who it's going to be, but we'll get somebody to take the stage and give a testimonial on the system. You know, so they'll just start talking as everybody's coming back in the room around 1 o'clock and give a testimonial. And then maybe they introduce me and I'll run up on stage and we'll get right into it. Okay. And let's have this video ready for after lunch. I'll intro it when I come and take the stage. It's a video, pretty funny video from Modern Family. And then I'll jump in after lunch on day one and do this session here, okay, on basically running your business without MLS, okay? It's going to be really good. All right. And then after I'm done, I'm going to introduce Blake for the 2 o'clock session. So Blake will need his walk-up song ready. Blake's going to come up. He'll take us to the break. And whatever he's got on his agenda will be something around that. Might not be quite on topic, but it'll be really good. So, okay, Blake. And then after we come back from break, I'll jump up on the stage. I'll get everybody in their seats and introduce Barb. So we want to have Barb Schlinkler's video. Maybe I forgot to mention Barb in here when I was saying, hey, if this video is for you. So I might have forgot Barb. Sorry, Barb. Have Barb's video ready to play. This will be her, you know, whatever her promo video is. Might be the one with the jet airplane. And then play her walk-up song. She'll come on up and she'll get rolling and give us an update on SEO marketing with video. It's going to be a great session. Thank you, Barb. I'll come up and then I'll thank her, and then I'll introduce Kristen Stampini for the 4:30 session. So we want to have her video, her promo video ready, and her walk-up song. And Kristen's going to come up, take us to around 5 o'clock. So it's not going to be a long session there, Kristen. Okay, because I want to, it's just what it is. So you'll be good. You can talk fast, no question about that. So and then when she's wrapping up, I'll come up on stage. I'll show everybody where the materials are for everything that we've covered that day on the coaching site. And then I'll walk everybody through the agenda for the rest of the day and the next day. And then we'll take a dinner break. After dinner, we'll get back in the room at 6:30. I'm going to go through the listing presentation. Okay. So let's see. I've been highlighting everybody's name, so whoever's running the AV will know what's going on. So after dinner, I'll just take the stage, nothing fancy, and then we'll just get rolling with the listing presentation and all the modern updates with that concerning social media. I've got a lot of new stuff there. Okay. And then we'll break for a networking cocktail party. Yay. Okay. And then we'll start the next day with some training at 7:30 a.m. I probably need to remind everybody. Okay. I'll make sure I do the TW announce cocktail party and next day agenda. AM training with success engage CRM. All right. So that reminds everybody what to do, including me, since I'll be the one doing it. All right. So then let's see, next morning, when Success is done with their training, we'll announce a platinum member. They'll take the stage, they'll give a testimonial, and they'll just introduce me, nothing fancy. We'll do walk-up song, I'll come running up there. First thing I'm gonna do, run through the day's agenda, okay? And have this video ready, because I'm gonna go through it at some point during the session, okay? Barney, the real estate agent. It's pretty funny, pretty good. And then I'll get right into reverse engineering your business, starting with a 5-star review. And as soon as I get done with that session, I'm going to introduce Billy Howell. Billy, have his video ready, Shy, and his walk-up song. Billy's going to come up and do his session. That'll take us to right before lunch, and then I'll pop back up on the stage. I'll tell everybody where the materials are for everything that we just went through, and then walk everybody through the rest of the day's agenda, which includes big breakouts. Okay. We'll break for lunch, and after lunch, everybody's going to go to their respective breakout rooms. I'll be with the coaching members at 1 o'clock in whatever that is, International 3. Is that right? Let's check that out. International 3. Platinum members will be back in the main Platinum Ballroom, and Rudy's going to get them started at 1 o'clock. Okay, Rudy, 1 o'clock to 3:30 p.m. And at 3:30 p.m. though, Rudy, you got to break promptly at 3:30 and get everybody into the awards room. Okay, that's the super conference room with Craig. I'll just meet you guys there because I'm going to be finishing up with the coaching members. So we'll rush on over to the awards room, and we'll give out some awards. And as soon as we're done with that, we're going to be back in the Platinum Ballroom, and Jennifer Kenna will get it started at 4 o'clock. She'll just take the stage and just get everybody in their seats, start right into her session. And when Jennifer's done with her session, she's going to introduce Britt Sarin. So have Britt's video, his promo video ready, and his walk-up song ready. And Britt will come and take the stage, and he's basically going to take it home that day. So Britt, pay close attention. When you get done with your session, okay, you want to show everyone where all of the materials are for the day and where they're located on the coaching site. And I'll make sure that you have that. So it'll be pretty easy for you to show on the overhead or a slide screen, whatever we have by that time. And then for sure, you got to walk everybody through the next day's agenda. So you and I will get together, and you'll be spot on for that. It won't be a big deal for you. And then you can wrap it up. Wish everybody well. See them back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So when we show back up the next day at 9 o'clock, Shy, just play this video right out of the chutes, funny video from Saturday Night Live. It's not too risque. I think we'll We won't run anybody off, but it's funny. That starts at 9 o'clock. Then I'll just then we'll play my music. I'll take the stage, and as soon as I take the stage, I'm gonna spend about 15 minutes, introduce a platinum member with a testimonial. I'm gonna run through the day's agenda, and then I'm gonna bring up the success website team. Okay, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna show off some new platinum members content. That would be the Dan Kennedy landing pages. Okay, and the APREP landing page. So I'm gonna be around for this session. Make sure that we go through that really well. So Steve, Christy, if you guys are watching this, just pay close attention to that. So we want to do it 9 o'clock, and of course you'll have a chance to get everybody to sign your form if they want a branded website. If they don't have it, we want everybody to get one. So, but we really want to show off the platinum exclusive content to be able to build up to that. All right, so you'll finish up. I'll intro the breakouts, and then we will leave the room, and we will jump right into breakouts. I'm going to be back with coaching members, okay? So we'll say with Todd Walters and panel, okay? And then platinum members are going to go to some respective breakout rooms. Rick is going to be heading up. He's going to stay in that big platinum ballroom with everybody under 500, and then over 500 to $1 million will be Kristen, and then Allison will be leading the over 1 million. Now, we may end up combining Allison and Kristen. We may end up combining the 500 to over 1 million. I just need to see how many people we have. So if we do that, either you guys are going to tag team that session, or one of you will do it and the other one basically won't. So we'll make a decision on the fly there, okay? All right, and that's just, sort of the way it is there. Allison may not be interested in sitting there with 3 people that are over $1 million, okay? For example, that doesn't make sense, does it? So anyway, we'll figure it out on the fly. And the reason is because Blake and Kristen and Rick and a lot of the other millionaire agents and people like that are going to be running sessions and things. So that's why that room might be a little bit thin. So we'll have to see when we get there. We may combine these two, okay? If we do, no problem, okay? Because I'm going to need you guys, Allison and maybe Kristen for sure, and probably Rick as well. So Rick, Kristen, and Allison. I want you to join Brett Sarin on this session for the panel. Okay, so let's just go ahead and list it out. Okay, Rick, Kristen, and Allison. Okay, you guys can talk about your breakouts if you want. So here's how that works. So after the breakouts, okay, and again, that's happening at 10. Everybody see that? Let me go back down here. 10 a.m. to noon breakouts. Okay, coaching members will be with me in my group, and platinum members will be in various breakout rooms by income. There you can see the breakout rooms. And then at noon, you guys are going to finish, break everybody, get them back into the platinum room. Okay, and Brett Sarin is going to take over. Okay. All right, you can see it says main ballroom with TW or Brett. Okay, and the reason is because I may be on stage with Craig. I don't know. If I'm not, then I'll jump in there and do this and introduce Brett. But if I'm with Craig, then Brett will just take over at noon. He'll introduce this video, which is a pretty good, funny video from Seinfeld on negotiating 25%. And he'll use that. He's a smart guy. He'll be able to tie that video in to the session, and he'll introduce the panel and bring them up, and then sit there for 30 minutes to an hour, and basically talk about dealing with objections. But I think, Brett, that you want to talk to these guys. You want to interview Rick and Kristen and Allison really about what happened in the breakout rooms, what they talked about, what were some of the big points and highlights, and sort of a good summary, and then maybe pick up a few objections. George and I did that the other day, but I would like for you to deal with buyer objections. Okay, since we did seller objections the other day, let's drill down on the buyer ones. All right, So maybe we can have a few PowerPoint slides on that. I'll put that together for you. I've got that already, actually. Okay. And then I'm going to pop back into the room and I'll take it home. Okay. So I'll just, pop up on stage there when you guys are done. When I get done with Craig there, I'm going to run back over and we'll finish up today talking about our quote past clients and doing business with them. Everybody see that? Okay. And then here's what's going to happen. I'm going to show everyone where all the materials are for that day, probably for the whole conference. Promo the social media marketing summit, and in Shay, we're going to end with this video from Denzel. All right, and that should wrap it up. All right, so if you got any questions, give me a call, 770-355-8010. If you want to watch this video again, go right ahead, but that should lay it all out there for everybody. So, all right, thanks. Go serve big. See you in Orlando.